Alright, greetings and salutations. My name is Makarakarn, and welcome back for more Shin Megami Tensei Soul Hackers. In the last episode, we finished up with the final Vision quest, and in this episode, we're going to Algon's main HQ to take in the fight to them. And we'll see how that pans out. Anyway, if I'm a little slow in this episode, it's because I recorded episode 25 in like July, and then did the commentary at the tail end of November, November 29th. And I recorded this, I believe, November 26th. So, I'm gonna be a little... Gameplay's gonna be a little fucky for this episode, and maybe... No, I think I got the hang of it by the next. But I should have edited out a decent portion of the crap, so...
Looks like it went well. This is connected to Paradigm X, so if you want to go back, you just have to return to this place.
Yep.
Alright, well, let's go see what's happening.
I was gonna say there's not much of a reason to go back, but anyway, so here's what I'm gonna do from now on because I can't find maps anywhere on the internet. What's the difference between looking at a map on the internet and just having it right in front of me the whole time? What's that? There's nothing? Cool, gotcha. Turn the auto map pack on.
What?
Oh, fuck.
What are you two doing here?
Finnegan!
Huh. You wanna fight me? Sorry, but I don't have time to deal with it. Hey. I could use your help.
What's going on here?
Yeah, right?
Now hear me out first. Depending on how you answer, I'll tell you what's happening.
Okay.
Listen, things are bad right now. The fact that we're enemies, that doesn't matter at the moment. I know we tried to kill each other, but can you trust me here and try to cooperate?
No!
How about it?
Fuck off, Finnegan. Anyway, depending on what you say, things will be different in this dungeon. I'll explain it when it comes up.
In the end, you're a small man who's blinded by the...
You literally tried to
Do
murder
what
me.
you will. Don't get in my way.
I don't care how serious it is. We can't team up with him.
You kidnapped my friend!
Something's on the floor. Something written on it. Let's see. Red 1, blue 1. Red 2, blue 2. Red 3, blue 3.
Not a complicated puzzle.
I'll hang on to this just in case.
Anyway, it determines how you actually get through this dungeon. Here's what happens if you say you'll agree.
I'm not gonna say it again. The demon's gotten into the main Paradigm X server, and everything's gone haywire. This demon used the building's internal network to shift the entire place into a virtual world and create a barrier. That's cutting it off from contacting the outside world. In short, the Algon main building's in a demon's hands.
Spooky!
How pathetic.
You just gonna leave it at that?
It's not like there's no way in. This barrier I just mentioned is blocking the way to the main server. But we've learned there are seals that can remove this barrier.
And the demon put them there?
Seals. If you can remove them, the way to the main server should open up.
Whatever.
Act fast. That's where you come in. I want you to help us out. Think about it, kid. You can't let Algon Soft get taken over by a demon any more than we can. Work with me here.
You might as
Tell
well
you
just
what
say
I know
yeah.
about the seals. There are two kinds, red and blue. You take one color, and I'll get the other.
Depending on which you choose, they have different treasures within them. The blue seals, not like most of the treasures any good, but the blue seals have an agility in
Then through
sense,
the blue doors.
if I'm not
Move the
mistaken.
seals in order. 1, 2, 3. Don't mess up the order. I have no idea what'll happen if you do. Once we've got all the seals, the yellow seal in the center will be undone. If you get there first, go on ahead. One more thing. Once we're done here, we're back to being enemies again.
Sounds lovely.
See you later.
Anyway, I showed all that off because I got wiped by Mudoon several times in this dungeon. So right now we're back to the whole, oh, we're not going to listen to him. So that's the path we're going to be taking here because, lo and behold, there's a boss fight at the end. An extra boss fight if you don't cooperate with him. And I want to show that off. Anyway, yeah, you choose the wrong order, it just brings you back there. I don't know if it'll reset all the seals, but if it does, that sure wouldn't be fun. Anyway, as the Yonka from the Missa at this point will probably take out a Ballora in one shot. I don't know if a Bafula or Agilao will, so most of my plans for this game are just assuming that you're playing on a Zeo path.
Snap out of it! You need to stop standing around and find a place to hide.
I'm sure he'll be okay. And here we have two new enemies, Friendo and Beefus. What was that, a Mizuchi? I didn't get to say. Screw it. Ice Shield. But like I said, we don't have to worry about that because we have Zionga. We also have the ability to die. Yeah, Mizuchi. We have the ability to die rapidly. But fortunately, we also have the ability to murder rapidly. It might not be a bad idea to throw up a Estoma here. I didn't because I felt like I wanted a little more Magnetite and money. And some levels wouldn't be half bad either, so. But you also run the risk of running into demons that can throw Mudoon out. Sword. We're going to be picking up a more useful one in a little bit, so don't worry about it. Or not necessarily more useful, just a non-cursed one. We lose the varying damage output, but we gain, you know, the ability to detect where we're going to be actually throwing this shit out, so. Yeah, Wickermen can use Mudoon, and there's another enemy that I forgot that kind of look like Kaiwans almost, like star-shaped or like robe-shaped enemies. They just have nasty skills in general. Yaksa here is very resistant to physical attacks, so and can throw out a banger of one too, so watch your back. Fortunately, they are very weak to magic. I believe that's their entire thing. They're strong against Fizz, but weak against all magic. This kind of reminds me of the Albed Home in Final Fantasy X, where you just hear that voice and you have no idea what it's saying. And we remove the seal. Yay. But what about that treasure chest? I must have not edited that out as well as I thought I did. Anyway, here are those enemies I was talking about, these like red caped guys with the funny looking faces. Lam Diarg. Let's see how we survive. Alright, well there goes Lamb. Green Saliva can inflict, yeah, poison. Paralysis Web. We were fucked from the start. Mudola. Anyway, so. Equip ourselves with some good skills. Summon a couple good demons. Because now doesn't seem like a bad time to actually just throw out demons. I mean, look at all the Magnetite we have. I probably should have just edited out that first one, but whatever. We'll leave it in for posterity's sake. Anyway, so now to show off all of our demons working together, my setup for getting through this dungeon. Now, Kuhalan is calm still, so use if you have a Kuhalan here, use some sake, because calm's kind of a bitch to work with. So the way calm demons work is you just hit go and see what they want to use, and then from there, you can, from there, you can see, like, what he wanted to use, and then you can use that until you get up to max loyalty. Is it fun? No. I don't think Sly and Calm are very fun demon abilities to, or demon personalities to work with. But ultimately, it's not like the worst in the world. There are certainly worse things in the... Well, no, those are probably the worst demon personalities. But once you get up to max loyalty, it's ultimately whatever. Alright, now to show off these guys. How you're supposed to handle him. Makarakarn might not be a bad idea to handle Mutola. Because I believe that, if you're not immune, if your MC isn't immune to death skills, he'll just always die to death skills. Fortunately, it's not throwing out green saliva or peril webs. I don't know if it's at this point where there's a better gun available, but very soon we're going to get a gun that doesn't require bullets, and that's really fun. You do lose out on the status effects that some bullets can provide, but you also don't have to reload. And it's not like a lot of the things that you're going to be using gun against are going to be weak to them anyway. Or rather, anything really weak to gun, you probably wouldn't be worrying about. Or at least that was my experience just playing through the story on normal mode. Post-game, who the fuck knows? But post-game, you get another gun that takes no bullets and is also super powerful, and it's probably the best gun in the game. So I guess the bullet-free meta really is the way to handle it. Or else the game wouldn't keep throwing them at you. Oh, it's just 7 HP. Yeah, if you're not working too hard at your Soma, I don't know. I started losing interest in the Soma. Like, he was good for a Sukukaja every now and then, but... Though this is one of the more downsides of having all these demons out, it is just nice to just say, oh, Namisa, use the Yonga, and then have your MC guard. Now it's like, ah, I have to have all these guys do their thing. Plus just putting everyone at risk. Ah, but we leveled up. Again. Why did I leave that in? Well, it'd be a really short episode if I didn't, so... Oh well. We get 6,000 Magnetite. Yeah, like I said, Magnetite is very quickly becoming less of an issue. Edited. I'm gonna start editing fights that we've already seen out. Unless they were interesting, or, you know. Just look all over. So now we have to find Blue Seal 1. Here we have a new setup. 2 Incubi, a Amazon, and Big Boy over there, which I've totally forgotten what its name is. I don't even know why I'm bothering using Mizanma with Kuholin. It's not very good. Nyalmat, there we go. Yabusame shot only works on enemies that have been marked, so I don't even know if it's necessarily a good skill, because it takes 2 turns to set up. Necrodogma is a almighty skill that deals splash damage, but I don't know particularly how good it is, because I never ended up using it. Kuholin, don't die! I very specifically requested you not to die. Anyway, yeah, I have my roster kind of filled up with crap, so let's heal on up and maybe even get rid of one. I know I ended up dropping a couple demons, because it's not like we need Rolwire or Halfos. They're good fusion fodder, but they're not even good for, like, talking your way out of certain demon fights now. Because there are none of those demons to worry about. Anyway, here's a healing space and a terminal just in case you need it if you're not using back or upper. And if you're not using back upper, you're stupid. Because back-upper is God's gift to man in this, for the rest of the game, really. Because it's not like they're going to be stopping with, Mudo. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. Because guess where it puts you? Kind of near where, yeah, see, pretty much right there. So it doesn't really matter where you go. Just go. Everything connects pretty well. Now, what does this nice young man have to say?
You're not one of us. Wait, no. That Karn. You're that summoner.
Sorry, my bad. And he kind of leaves, so I don't know what he says. I don't even know if it's necessarily important. Especially if you I wonder if he's there if you say you'll work with Finnegan. Here we have two Kootlocks, who I really enjoy because of his use in Devil Survivor. It's like little plot thread in Devil Survivor. He has Mabufula, which can be a real bitch. Ow. But that's why you have Makarakarn. Ow. But guess what, kids? They can kind of detect. I swear some enemies can outright detect if you're using, reflecting skills. Though, if your demon loadout is, spec'd a certain way, it might not be a bad idea. Throw Makarakarn out. Especially if you have a demon like Gira Makala later on that just straight up reflects physical attacks. That would be a really fun way to handle that. Trick them into solely using that and just punish them for that. Save often, because it's very easy to get wiped out here. And levels aren't necessarily going to save you. And here's Blue Seal 1, finally. Here we have Roy Shigata and Divine Virtue. The only scary thing about Virtue is Hama, or Hanma in this game. But it can't affect humans unless you have equipment that makes you weak to light, so... It's not totally frightening, but, you know, you can lose your light weak demons if you're not paying attention. Or just throw Makarakarn up. Because then shit like that can happen and it's great. I wasn't sure if he was one of the demons that was weak to its own, because some demons aren't immune to the type of, instant death they throw out. So it's always really fun when they try to chuck a, Wow, I really left this in. I looked up, I was trying to look up demon personalities. Oh well. Morning Curse is another instant death skill that I think is going to come up a little later, too. I don't know if it's any stronger than straight up Mudo. I guess it would have to be, because it comes in so much later. Though that's also me assuming, and that's not always a good thing to do in this game. And it's trapped! We have to fight Kotobalpass. The scariest thing about Kotobalpass is Stone Bite. Don't let that hit your MC, or it's game over. Even though Nemissa is totally capable of handling herself, but, you know. It's not immune to Makarakarn. That's the great thing about Zeopath Nemissa. So many things are weak to status effects in this game, so they're all useful. Yeah, he's fucked. I love that each enemy has, like, their own little, like, animation for dying for certain things. See, yeah, agility and sense. Cool, so, that's sounding like the end of this episode. So next time, what say you we finish up at Algon HQ? Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.